Now to a bizarre story out of Charles County. Police now investigating after a professional cornhole player with no hands and no legs is accused of firing a deadly shot all while driving. We want to get out to our Homa Bash. She is live in La Plata this evening with more details. Homa?
Angie, bizarre to say the least. But before we get any further into this story, I just want to try to answer the question that so many people have right now. How did someone with no hands manage to fire a gun and allegedly kill someone?
It's early in the investigation, but there is no evidence at this point to suggest anybody else was involved in the shooting and that he acted alone on this.
But look, though, I hate to say this, but could he get off considering the fact that there are no fingerprints on the gun because he doesn't have hands or leg? There's no fingerprints on, what are those, nub prints? How can you really prove that he actually shot these people?
Now watch closely. You're looking at the man accused of murder in this case. Video from his TikTok page titled "No Hands, No Feet, Shooting 9mm Handgun."
Bruh, how does he get that nub around that trigger like that?
His name is Dayton James Webber, a 27-year-old quadriplegic amputee and professional cornhole player.
Boy, just imagine being in jail for the rest of your life like this. Imagine being in jail with no arms and legs, bro. They gonna take advantage of him. And what he gonna do? He better learn how to bite, because he cooked, bro. He ain't got no arms and legs. Body of a caterpillar walking around. And somebody gonna say, well, he got butt. Man, listen.
This all started around 10:30 last night when La Plata police officers were flagged down by two witnesses near Radio Station Road. Charles County Sheriff's investigators say Webber was the driver when he shot and killed his front seat passenger, then asked those in the back seat to help get rid of the body. They refused, got out of the car, and alerted police. Webber took off with...
Wait a minute, bro. This man was driving, bro? So here's a man who was driving. He's driving the car with no arms and legs. He shot somebody. People were sitting in the back seat. First of all, the people that were sitting in the back seat, why weren't they driving? How lazy were these people? Look, if I'm going somewhere and my friend Nubs is hopping along to jump in the car, I'm going to say, yo, man, I'm going to drive, right? I'm not going to be like, man, you drive. Like, because he don't have no arms and legs, and I know that's going to be a very exhausting trip for him.
The victim in the car, identified as 27-year-old Bradrick Wells. 2 hours later and about 15 miles away, Wells's body was found dumped in someone's front yard in Charlotte Hall, Maryland.
Bruh, so you telling me a man with no arms and legs was driving in the car, shot the passenger. There were three other people in the back seat that he dropped off. The man with no arms and legs then goes to drive somewhere and dump the body and hop into the car. Oh my God. What the going on? Because I guess if they don't have any footage of him shooting that gun with his nub, this doesn't even sound believable. It's like if I'm a cop on the scene and I pull a guy over and the body's there and he go, officer, how I'm gonna shoot him? I ain't got no arms and legs. I'm gonna believe him. I only got no arms and legs. Who did this? Who? No, for real. Like, we have to really examine this. Like, who did this?
Soon after, Webber's car was tracked to a gas station in Charlottesville, Virginia.
He even went to get gas. So here we got, this was a long day for this guy. So the man with no arms and legs, driving in the car with his buddy and three people in the back seat as he is driving. And at the same time, he has a chance to get the weapon, shoot his friend in the passenger seat, drop all the three people off in the back seat, then go to dump the body. After he dumped the body, he hops back into the car, looks at the fuel gauge and says, man, I need to stop and get some gas. So he drives to Bucky's. He drives to Bucky's and he hops out of the car, probably hopped into Bucky's to get him a brisket, because you got to get a brisket if you stop at Bucky's. They put the brisket in his mouth because he doesn't have hands. And he goes back with the brisket in his mouth and he's pumping gas. Okay?
He was found at a hospital nearby and arrested after his release.
I think
Now, here's the thing. So they arrest him. What do you use? Handcuffs? Because he has no arms or legs. Or do you wrap him up with a rope or a belt? How do you arrest him? And after you arrest him, do you put him in the squad car as if he's some type of babysit or something? Like this case.
witnesses helping really gave us a good start, obviously. And then it was excellent police work with not only our detectives and La Plata police.
Police work. Is it really hard to find a man with no arms and legs? I don't think like that many of us walking around armless and legless. Okay, in any city, everybody would know the guy that doesn't have the arms or legs. And he do. And I'm chasing this guy. What does he do? Does he roll away? Does he just find a hill and roll down the hill like a ball to get away from me? How does he even get away? Just somebody explain this to me. I am totally lost here.
But also the authorities in Virginia.
Now, we're told that all four men in that Tesla SUV were friends, got into some sort of argument before that shooting happened. As you heard, Webber is currently in.
So he was arguing with his friend. Could it be that his friend roasted him? Did his friend say one nub joke too many? Huh? His friend said, "Hey, Stubby." And at that point, he said, "What you call me?" Yeah, I said, "Hey, Stubby." And at that point, that's when somehow, as he's driving the car, he gets his gun. Now, once again, this is a man with no arms and legs. So it would seem that you could see him struggling to get the gun where you can grab him. Because if you don't have arms and legs, bro, I'm going to ball you up. Like, I'm going to ball you up. You can't move them joints. You can't move the nub that fast to it. So look, his friend, if y'all could see this, we gotta act this out. So if y'all could see this, so when he got mad, he said, "Man, what you say? That's what? I'm getting my gun." He was moving. Now I'm gonna reenact this with both arms. Oh, I hate to do this, but I gotta do it. So here we go. So he's sitting there and he turns. Well, I know you ain't talking to me. Now he goes to grab. Do you see how long? Look at how long it took me to pick up. So he got to grab that with the nubs. He turns around. Pop! Like at this point here, when he got the nub and he goes to reach, at that point, that's when I'm going to give him a hug, because that's all you can do. You could just, once you bear hug him and encapsulate him, you can isolate the nub. His friend must have been very slow, or maybe all these people in the car had no arms or legs. Maybe that's a possibility. Maybe there were 5 caterpillars driving in this car, and I am stumped right now.
He's going to be extradited back here to Charles County to face charges of first and second degree murder.
Bro, he is going to be in the jail. Like, what do you put him in jail in an egg carton? Do you just let him sit in a big human egg carton? What? How does he wipe his ass? How does he wipe his ass? I don't know if he throw the tissue on the floor and just scoot. Maybe he throw the tissue on the floor and he scoots across. But listen, I am at a loss. Really don't know what to say about this. But you just sitting in jail with no arms and legs. And it's going to be a man. Yo, we're in here for. You know how kind you got to be if you go to jail with no arms and legs. You know how nice you got to be. Bruh. Insane. Stink a bell. You say, as a pharmacist, do they have assistive devices for people to use a firearm who don't have arms and legs? I don't know. Just at a total loss here for where I am. This is unreal. This is a whole 30 minutes of material. I'm about to go burn this material tonight. Oh my gosh. It's so much. Oh my God. Did you say maybe he's just the fall guy? You going to hell. Did you say he's the go repent, Samara, please go pray. Say he the fall guy. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm just saying if I'm getting into it with a dude with no arms and legs and I go to see him do some kind of move or trying to reach for something, that should give me ample time to be able to jump on him and suppress this situation. You say you saw that set because he's about to be in jail like a beach ball. Here, pass him over here. Throw him over here. Oh, they go. Bruh, did you say he stood 10 toes? Don't do this. Hands down, he stood 10 toes down. 540 Dre, get up out of here, man. We're done with y'all, bro. This is unreal. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are something else. I just want to tell y'all. Man, he was pretty active, though. Look at that. Dayton Webber. He seemed to be a pretty active dude. Let's see. This is him. I used to work out every day. And let me tell y'all something. One thing about Dayton Webber, even though he's in jail and took his friend out, active guy. And we all need to be in the gym. If he's in the gym, come on.
I'm Dayton Webber, and I'm a professional cornhole player. I had gotten a bacterial infection when I was just 10 months old. The infection that got into my arms and legs was called Streptococcus pneumoniae. They had actually given me a 3% chance of living, and the only way that they were able to save me was by getting the infections out of my system. They had to amputate my arms and legs to keep me alive. I'm thankful for the Lord and giving those surgeons the power that he did that day to be able to make such a miracle happen.
And he seems like a nice guy.
Inspiration to me is a daily driver. I believe that God put me on this planet for one reason. Everybody's got their reasons for being here, but my
just saying, like, the fact that he's a professional cornhole athlete.
Reason I feel like is to inspire other people just by me.
So maybe
doing my daily task. I want them to have the sense of I can go out there and do anything I put my mind to.
Wow, he could bowl. I want to see him bowl. How big are the holes in the bowling ball for him to, does he stick the whole nub in there? Does the nub go, is it like, do they do a special bowling ball where that, the hole got to be like that big and he just, the whole nub on there and just roll it? Is that?
If they say, I want to go out and become a pro cornhole player now, I want them to look at me and be like, I can do it. I know I can. Anybody can play.
What a positive guy, but he shot his friend. He plays cornhole and he eliminated his friend. And I get it. He's probably one of the nicest guys. And his friend, I was probably that friend. It was one joke that went too far. And hey, he took him out. This was rather unfortunate, guys. Oh my God. Bro, did you say with no arms, he has the right to bear arms? Dog, bro, what's wrong? Bro, why would you say, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Go call the Lord, please. I can't believe you would say something. Bro, come on. With no arms, he has the right to bear arms. Oh my God. Man, what's wrong with you, dog? He could have been, look, if he could do all that, he actually probably could have been a security guard or something. I would have hired him to be my bodyguard. Like, come think about that. Like, my bodyguard ain't got no arms or legs. Y'all gonna look at him and be like, man, how you got a bodyguard, no arms and legs? But then you gonna be like, man, that bodyguard must know how to do something. Because I'm thinking the only way he can fight, he just has to turn his body like a projectile where he just throws himself on you. You don't throw a ball, like he must have the ability to like himself to crash into somebody like a bowling ball. And then he lock up on you and bite you. I'm not saying that. We're trying to figure out what happened here. Okay? Think about it. Did you call a man a torpedo? Like, you going to hell. Like, this is a wrap for you. Get out of here.